Hi, I'm Dana, and today I want to talk about how easy it is for outside influences to deregulate and to a level derail my general life as an autistic person. Hopefully I found a better way to phrase it for the title. We've had a few things that have inspired this video, so we're going to start with those. Because first up, I was going to film this video yesterday. I really thought I was going to have this sorted yesterday and be able to take today as a little day for myself, because I had my collage club, and to come home I have to go through an area that has a vegan fish and chip place. And I want my vegan fish and chips. So with my video being done and nothing that I had to get home for, I was going to go there after my collage club and get my fish and chips and have a little look around there and then come home, and it was going to be lovely. But then yesterday my neighbours moved house. I don't particularly talk to my neighbours, it shouldn't have been a big deal, but just the fact that people were like constantly moving near my house and I could hear them really threw off my ability to focus, threw off my ability to like just sit and exist as a person in my own home in the way that I always do. I don't know. They weren't being overly disruptive, they were just people walking and carrying boxes to a van and putting them in. Like, they weren't making loads of noise or being really disruptive, and yet this really small outside happening that has nothing to do with me completely threw off my morning. And then I go out for a little smoke, because that's one of the ways that I regulate myself. It's not healthy, it's not good for you. I'm not saying that you should do it, but I am saying that that's how I do it. Don't go off at me in the comments. I'm so tired of people commenting on it every time I mention it, but that's part of my life. I don't see why I shouldn't mention it. So I go out for my little smoke, and the chair that I've been using outside the whole time since I moved in, she's just gone. And it's just a fucking fold up metal IKEA chair. I think I paid all for a tenner for it, but I paid £10 for it in like 2013, and that is my chair. It's my chair. So then my whole day's derailed because I'm sat here waiting for someone to go past again so I can be like, oh, excuse me, I think you took my chair. And eventually I did manage to do that, and they were like, oh, we'll give it you back tomorrow. So now I've got the rest of today where I'm like waiting for someone to be there, so I can be like, can I have my fucking chair back, please? Because I'm actually like weirdly emotionally attached to it because I've had it for so long. And yeah, I do have one that's the exact same upstairs that I've had for the same length of time because I bought them as a pair. I bought them as a pair. I should have the pair. They're my chairs. That's my chair. Give me back my chair. It's made me so angry and so upset. And it's a fucking chair that I leave outside. Like, genuinely, it's a chair that I've left outside for all of winter and all summer. And like, if they hadn't taken it, I'd still be leaving it outside. But that's not the point. It's my chair. Give me back. But that's throwing me. That's really, really fucking throwing me. And it's such a small, tiny, insignificant, silly thing that is completely like, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. So that had already rather deregulated and derailed me and made me feel like it was very difficult to like just focus and get what I need to do done, and to like, not even to like specifically focus and do what needs to be done and be productive and get it done, Dana, but even just like sitting here and thinking about what I'm going to have for my dinner and then getting it cooked, you know? Like, the little parts of my life, like just existing as a person in my own home, suddenly become really difficult because someone else is doing something outside that doesn't involve me whatsoever, and like, I know what they're doing. I know that it's nothing weird. Like, they're not, you know, like, I know what's happening. It should all be fine, but it's completely derailed me. It's completely sent me. Can't do it. And then taking my chair as well. That was the final straw. So I was already a bit miffed that today wouldn't see me getting my vegan fish and chips, or I was already a bit upset about that. And then my fucking taxi driver this morning, my Uber driver, like, I've been getting Ubers to anything that happens before like 1 PM, because getting public transport before 1 PM just is another thing that just sort of throws me. I don't know why. It's not like it's like an overly different type of person getting the bus with me. It's not like the bus times are different. It's not like nothing's actually different just because I'm getting it earlier in the day. But getting public transport early in the day has been really difficult for me lately. So I've been getting Ubers to anything that's happening before like 1 or 2 PM. And he didn't take the second right on the roundabout, like the second left on the roundabout like it told him to. And then he started getting like really irate about how like the maps don't work properly, he doesn't know where he's going, and asking me for directions. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't really, like, I walk everywhere. I don't know how to like guide you here. I don't know. So then he started shouting like directly at me, being like, why don't you know where you're going? And I was like, why are you speaking to me like this? Like, why are you being like this? Like, I was definitely laughing at him a little bit because I just felt so awkward and confused, because like, why the fuck is this fully grown man that's my Uber driver shouting at me for not knowing where we're going? It was bizarre. And it's like, it's like, I know it's not that big I mean, it kind of is a big deal. I don't think that some fucking man that I don't know should be shouting at me. I do actually think it's quite a big deal. But I don't think it needs to be as big a deal as I'm feeling like it is. Because, like, I went to my little collage club and I did feel, like, fairly good and regulated sitting there doing my art and listening to the conversation happening around me. I don't feel like I was, like, as engaged and conversing as much as I usually do. I didn't enjoy it as much as I usually do because I've had that. It's thrown me. It makes me feel really strange. Like, it makes me just have this, like, very off-kilter, off-balance. I just feel very derailed and deregulated, and, like, I don't know how to be myself or be a person or what to do with myself. And, like, it just makes everything feel a bit wrong and a bit not right. And it's these outside forces that just really throw me off and lead to me having these, like, what I think of as, like, bin bag days, where, like, they're just a bit shit and nothing really happens. And it's not like I've had this, like, big thing that's happened where I feel like I have, like, a right to practice self-care for it. And, like, obviously we're getting into the realm now where, like, you should just be practicing self-care. You actually can just look after yourself. You actually, like, should be relaxing and looking after yourself and taking care of yourself and blah 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 blah. But if I have, like, some big thing that happens, like, when I have, like, a job centre phone call, that is a very fucking big deal to me. It gives me a lot of anxiety. It's a whole thing. So they're the kind of days where I feel very alright about being like, I'm going to, like, really practice some self-care. I'm going to do my phone call and I'm going to, like, order myself food and have a bath and watch my favourite shows and, like, really do my best to, like, regulate my nervous system and make myself feel good and look after myself and just make it as nice of a day as possible, even though I've had to do this thing. But when these smaller things happen, there's already a massive part of me that's like, things happen all the time, Dana, get over it. And especially before I moved, because, like, I think part of it is that I've not had anyone shout anything at me since I've moved. I've not been around people that shout. That's just not happened. When I lived in Liverpool and Birkenhead, it happened all the time. Like, most times that I left the house, someone in the street would just, like, shout something at me because it's just banter, mate, and, like, it's so funny, ha 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 ha. Like, I got very, very used to people shouting at me. And it still, like, threw me and made me feel really fucking weird. But that's where, like, I was constantly dysregulated and stressed and, like, I didn't have time to process anything because I just needed to hop to the next thing. And it's not so much like that anymore, you know? Like, I don't expect people to shout at me anymore. I don't expect people to be rude to me. I don't expect people to be like that. So it's thrown me. That's what we're getting at. And, like, sure, there was a point where I was semi-used to it, but, like, that is not the reality that I exist within anymore. But when it's smaller things like that, where, like, it doesn't feel like it's such a big deal, I don't feel like I have, like, as much of, like, a right or a need to be like, oh, we're going to take it really gentle and be really kind to ourselves and look after ourselves and do this and that for ourselves. Like, it just feels a bit silly and overreactive to it. And also, quite frankly, just, if I did that every time something throws me and derails me a bit that is, like, caused by someone that isn't me and is from, like, outside sources, I'd never get anything fucking done, you know? Like, there is so very nearly always something happening. And that is where, like, especially since moving here, I have such a massive goal of just living in a fucking farmhouse somewhere out where, like, nothing's going to happen around me. And if it is, then it's probably fair of me to go out and be like, what's going on here then? I want to be that person. I really find it difficult to just have people living their lives around me. And I want to be, like, cool and chill with it because I do think they're allowed to, you know? Like, I'm not causing issues with people or bringing it up with people or making a thing, but I just find it extremely difficult to live a comfortable life where I am, like, doing my own thing and focusing on myself while other people exist around me. And it is definitely easier now because, like, I have less neighbours now. I live in a much less, like, densely populated area. I just generally live around less people and see less people, and I do find that a lot easier than I have previously, being, like, seeing more people more often. But it still really throws me quite often. Like, this is the second set of neighbours to have moved in and moved out, so there's been 4 times now that my day's been sent because someone's moving into a house and I can hear them doing it, or they're moving out of a house and I can hear them doing it. And, like, I don't actually care, but I also can't live my life and do my things because there's something happening, you know? And I do feel like, honestly, since I learned the term deregulated, I am maybe using it a bit often, but I also think that I just do very, very often feel very dysregulated. Are they the same thing? Am I using the wrong word? I feel like I give enough context that even if I do use the wrong word, you know what I mean. And there is a massive level to which I give so much context because I don't feel like I use that many of the right words, okay? I'm trying my best. I'm not a particularly intellectual or academic or just in any way clever person, okay? I do my best. But I just spend quite a consistent amount of my life feeling like something's not right, feeling like something's a bit wrong. It's just a bit unsettled, and dysregulated, deregulated just feels like the most appropriate term a lot of the time. Because it is just a case of like, I need to regulate like my nervous system and my emotions and just like fucking everything about my insides essentially at this point. And I am slowly hacking away and working on it and getting better with it all. But I just still find it extremely difficult to have my life navigated by what is happening around me all of the time. And I think that's honestly also a massive part of why this summer especially, I'm like, I actually really deeply prefer winter and autumn. Like, I don't like summer. I haven't enjoyed this. I'm not really, you know, like, it could be worse. It has been worse. I'm definitely enjoying summer in Yorkshire a lot more than I've enjoyed summer anywhere else. But also, I really, really, really fucking loved being able to like go on all of my little walks and being able to like go to Shibden Park and being able to like go to all these places and see like no one or very few people. You know, like people are only going outside a lot of the time in winter and autumn to get to where they need to go. So they're not just like loitering near my house. They're not just hanging around outside. They're not sitting in my parks and the places that I go. And again, they're entirely allowed to. Like, we are all people sharing this earth and they absolutely deserve to be able to live their lives and make noise and sit where they want and do whatever they want to as well. But I find it fucking hard to deal with, you know? Like, that's all I'm saying about it. I'm not saying they shouldn't or that they can't or that I have an issue with it. Like, I do have an issue with it, but I'm also aware that it is my personal issue to deal with. Like, everyone deserves to be able to go about and live their lives. I just really wish that while they're going about and living their lives, I was able to do the same fucking thing and not feel so like weirded off because they're just there living their lives, you know? I'd also got into a pretty good place with eating lunch, and now it's 3:30, and if I eat lunch now, I'm not going to be hungry for my dinner. So I don't know what I'm doing there. That's thrown, like, just going out and doing the things that I want to do and getting to enjoy myself also completely throws me the fuck off, and it makes me feel like I can't maintain my routines and live my life in the way that I want to and like be the person. I don't want to be like, it's so hard, because it's easier than it has been for a lot of my life. Like, it's definitely not the biggest issue that I have, but it is the reason that I spend so much time just feeling a little bit off and just not feeling as good as I could. And it's definitely something that I need to find ways around and ways to accommodate to that aren't just like soundproofing my entire house and taking bin bags over the windows, you know? I'm gonna have to figure something out. But that's today's video. If you feel similarly, if you've had any like similar events that have just thrown you off, even though you know that they're maybe not the biggest things in the world, I'd really love to hear about them in the comments. I feel like I've been forgetting quite often lately to like, I don't want to like put any pressure on people to comment, but I also feel like a lot of videos that I watch is when people are like, oh, no, remember to leave a comment if you like think about this or this, that I'm like, oh yeah, I have thought about that actually, and then I leave a comment. And I really enjoy getting comments, so I feel like I should remember to like prompt you if you want to leave one, that I would enjoy reading it. The final little piece to my videos lately obviously has been that I promote the GoFundMe links that I have in my bio. If you could check them out, I would appreciate it so much. I feel like I've gotten better with it because I have started to like have like a mental script for it a little bit, but that also makes me feel awkward because I'm like, now I need to be really authentic and genuine about it. But my friend Seth, who I met from them watching my videos and being on the Christmas live stream the year before last, they are very much part of our community here. And their partner has a host of different chronic disabilities and chronic illnesses and various things going on that makes transport for them really, really difficult. Most times, every time that they're transported, they're in some sort of pain, they are re-injured in some way, their chronic illnesses are made worse in some way, they are not in a situation where they're able to find accessible transport that is suitable for what they need. So as such, they're trying to afford a van that they can have adapted to be an accessible van for them so that they can get around to doctor's appointments, hospital appointments, to go and do fun things like they deserve to get to do. All of that kind of stuff. It just means that they can get out and live their life in the way they deserve to again. It really sucks that so many disabled people are able to be helped purely through money and being given the things that mean that they can accommodate themselves, but that is the way that the world is and the world that we exist in. So if they were able to get this accommodation, it would obviously be massively life-changing for both Seth and Shan, and it would just mean the whole entire world to me, to see my friend's life become easier and more full, and it would be incredible. So if you're able to check that out, if you're able to share it at all, if you're able to donate, that would obviously be absolutely amazing. Any of those options, I appreciate anything, like clicking through to it, sharing it anywhere, all of it is very deeply appreciated, so please do have a little nose. And if you're also sad that 5 months over like I am, you can, I'm not that sad about it. I didn't really see anything about 5 months, to be honest with you. I didn't really see an awful lot of Pride stuff. It did make me a little bit sad. I think I'm going to go to the Hebden Bridge Pride that's coming up, so that'll be my Pride month. But anyway, if you would like to be an ally to a trans person, my friend Eric, who's a local person that I've met in my local community, who's been so lovely and so welcoming and made me feel like just so much more comfortable to have someone familiar to go and speak to at events and things like that. I've already really appreciated knowing them. I really don't know them all that well. It's taking me so long to just find the words for this part, and they're not that hard. Like, getting them out of my mouth is becoming so increasingly difficult. So Eric has a GoFundMe up to be able to get top surgery. That was all I needed to say. Why is that taking me like 6 attempts? So that's what their GoFundMe's for. If you want to help him out, if you want to donate to him, if you can share it for him, any of that kind of stuff would be absolutely brilliant and very appreciated by him, by me, by the whole community, by all of the queer people. It'd be really cool. I don't feel very good about it, but I think my friends might be tired of me complaining about being poor and not having any money, because they're insisting that I should add my Patreon link again. And I won't lie to you, when you go on to my Patreon, there's all these like perks and things it says you can have. I remember to post videos there early. If you want something else from me, message me. Like, DM me, and chances are, I mean, don't be weird. Don't be weird. But chances are, I don't know what I'm doing with it. I struggle to keep up with life, never mind that as well. I'm doing my best. If there's something that I'm meant to be doing for you that I haven't been doing, tell me. I swear to God, we'll figure something out, okay? So if you would like to help support me financially, my Patreon will also be down below, and you can donate to me instead of my friends in need. I'm gonna go now. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I will see you again in a couple of days.